Qatar has experienced a huge advance in development since the 1970s. In the 1970s, Qatar gained independence. Qatar has developed dramatically since the discovery of natural gas, but the increased development also has a major downside to it, one of which is the fact that burning natural gas contributes hugely to global warming. What we all must do is strive to reduce our carbon footprint and pave a greener path for the future generations.
Well, I think the consequences are that, first of all, if global warming continues in the way it does, then certain islands are going to disappear, certain parts of countries are going to disappear. I mean, the Maldives will no longer exist, and parts of perhaps eastern England will disappear, and parts of Holland may disappear.
Maybe you've seen that there are many flares in Ras Laffan. The flares that actually it's a main part of the process to produce LNG. As an example, the flare is actually mainly for a safety. There are many offset gases or residual gases that's unwanted. That it's if it's impossible or very difficult to, for example, cycle it in the process and to reuse it, so it has to go to the flare, because those gases actually very harmful for human, for the environment as well.
Carbon emissions are going up because more people are using more carbon fuels. They're doing this for two principal reasons. One, to generate electricity, and two, to do other things like transportation, move goods and services, that move their goods around, just general everyday use of carbon fuels. Also, carbon fuels are a prerequisite for example, plastics industry and the agricultural industry.
Definitely, the 3R rules, which is reuse, reduce, and recycle. We are implementing the 3R, and the recycling comes as the step before disposal. Usually we do encourage the contractors, companies to first to reduce the waste and then to reuse it if possible. In Ras Laffan, we do encourage all the contractors, companies, even ourselves. We do a recycling program. For example, we recycle the metal, paper, cardboard, plastics, bottles, cans, and many things that can be recycled, we recycle it. 24 hours we do have a recording system. We monitor all the air quality pollutants in the air, just to ensure that there is no exceedance of the air pollutants in Qatar environment. It's actually there are 5 main points. First points, if I remember correctly, is the modernizations and the preserving of the traditions. And there is also the needs of this current generation and future generation. For this point, it goes hand in hand with the environment and sustainable development as well. One of the projects that can go hand with this one, as we have, is the turtle protection, for example. People doesn't know that the turtles actually are endangered species. Other things, environmental protection, at least will ensure that the future generation, that they will not find difficult place to live in, that if it's a polluted environment to stay in. We have to mitigate to make sure that the future generation, they will also get what we get as in the current.
We all must try to do our best, whatever we can, even if it is as small as using less plastic bags. We are running out of time, and the question now is not what is happening to the climate, but how bad will it be before the world starts doing enough.